We'll be discussing about payment items, school bills, and individual ledgers. The relationships between those three um, modules on the portal. Now, let's start with payment items. Very essential to the bursary module on the portal. Under bursary block, go to payment items. Here we have the list of all the payment items on the bursary module. You can add to these payment items with the addition button, and you can also remove with the cancel button here. We have some list of items here added already to be used for this tutorial. So let's first uh, describe the definitions. Let's define the categories of the payment items we have here. Now we have fixed, unfixed, and defined and compulsory categories here. Now fixed are amounts that are fixed that won't change. A very good example of fixed payment item is WAEC NECO. These are amounts that won't change. Every student paying for WAEC NECO will have to pay the same amount of money in most cases. Now, fixed payment items that don't have a fixed price. A very good example of that is pocket money. Um, a parent might decide to pay 50,000 for pocket money to his child. Another parent might decide to pay 120,000, depending on how rich they are. So that's for unfixed. Now, defined by the developing body. Uh, it's not for admin to use defined. It's for the developing body to give a payment item that is defined. A very good example is tuition fee. Tuition fee is defined by the developing body, ensuring that everything that comes with tuition fee, the management, the ruling or of rolling over of debts on the tuition fee is handled perfectly by a special definition from developing body. Now, other payment items are used by the admin to describe how payment items will look like on the bursary model. So the last one we have here is compulsory. Um, they are fixed payment items, but they are compulsory. They have to be paid before the end of the term. If they are not paid, they will be regarded as debt. So let's take school bills. And under the bursary block, we have three modules handling school bills. We have generate school bills, view school bills, and school bill notes. So first, let's discuss about generation of school bill. Now, generation of school bill depends on payment items. Um, you Payment items are what will show on the school bills anyway. So what we have on the payment items is what we have on the school bill. But we can't have all the payment items on the school bill. Most of the time, some of the payment items will not be on the school bill. We have to specify to the portal which payment item will be on the school bill of a child. So in this case, we have two types of school bills here while generating them. We have generic and we have individual. Now, if you use this button here, this pen button here, then yeah, that means you are editing generic with generic school bill. But if you edit for a particular student by clicking the name of the student, that means you are editing for an individual student. So in this case, say we check all here. In this case, we are editing generically for all the students in the school. So we just click this pen button. We have all the students here. Anything we had here is going to be applied to all the students in the school. Now, if you have, we have to be careful about this functionality, because if you have a initial record here, the initial record will be overridden. So you have to be careful about using this part. So make sure that this is the first thing you do when generating school bill. The generic rule that's going to be used by everyone should be the first. After that, you can now start considering doing individual for each student, depending on what you want for each particular student. So say in this case we added say we had PTA levy, end of the year party, graduation, and business. Now let's just leave this three. Submit. So in this case, we have these three payment items going to be listed for every student in the school. Let's check. For these students, as you can see, we have the three payment items. For this one, let's check for this one. As you can see, we have the three payment items. So if you want to make exclusive payment school bill payment item for a particular student, all you need to do is just add check this box for the students, or check any other box and submit. That means this student will have a different rule for generating school bill, and other students will have different rules. So that's the importance of understanding generic and individual school bill when generating school bill under this module. So with this, we can view school bills and see what we have and what we have generated for students. But before that, let's consider this module called school bill notes. Very important. It's usually below the school bill, what we want the student to see. A very good example is that if you write here, you should you should you should pay all debts before midterm, and you save changes here. You should have this under all the school bills. So to view all school bills, you can use view school bills under bursary. Here we go. View school bills under bursary. To view school bills. So here we have school bills. Add the section 2021-2022, the term, first term, then submit to see the school bills. So it's generating the school bills. As you can see, the generation process going, but we don't want to view everyone. Just cancel the generation, and let's see what we have here. As you can see, all school bills are showing you should pay all debts before midterm. As you can see, shown below all the school bill. So this is very essential when you have information that you want to pass through all the school bills. Now you can see that the items we ticked while generating the school bills are what we have here. So that is the essence of the generate school bill modules. So we can now dive into individual ledger. Now, to view the individual ledger, we have a module called student documents. Now, in student documents, we have the list of all the students and three important documents under bursary module. Now, the receipts, the ledger, and the school bill. Now, this part is very, very essential to view and troubleshoot any error on the bursary department. Here we can view all the receipts received by every student, individual student here. So if you click on receipts here, it shows all the receipts of the students, all the receipts of the students received for the term. And if you click on the school bill, it shows the school bill. The view school bill shows school bill for every student in the school. But under student documents, if you want to view school bill for a particular student, you can use view school bill under students documents. As you can see, we have this school note here, the one we just added. Now, the ledger is what shows balanced account of the activity, financial activity of a student during a term. So as you can see here, this is the ledger. The essence of having generating school bill is that it's going to focus on the items you put on the school bill to generate the ledger too. So while you are generating the ledger, you're also generating while you are generating the school bill, you're also generating a ledger that's going to be used by the porter to show information about the credit and the debit financial activities done by a student for a particular term. So individual ledger is going to show for all the classes, in this case from GSS1 to SS3, for any students that have crossed from GSS1 to GSS3, is showing a cumulative account for every student. So let's to view that, we can view a student here in SS2 ledger. As you can see, it's not just considering the current term, it's also considering the previous term as well, done on the portal with a balanced sheet showing what was paid and the debts of the students and all that. So that's how we generate our individual ledger on the portal as well. So this describes a basic part of the bursary department. We'll be having more of these video tutorials later. Thank you.